So what car do I think is best from the 1.63 update in GT7? Hello, I'm Drup Designs, a visually impaired gamer, streamer and livery designer, and with the 1.63 update in GT7 dropping earlier this week, there is one car that stands out to me as one of the best in that update that maybe some people won't agree with. It's also a car I never thought I would say is my favourite from an update, because it's an SUV. So yes, I am a big fan of the RAV4. It may look silly with a massive shark fin on the top, but it can do this. So unlike the recent SUVs that have been added to GT7, this one is four-wheel drive. It can be tuned to over 400 brake horsepower, it's fully customisable with all the settings so you can throw it around like your favourite toy. I think it sounds amazing and drives even better. So while this car isn't a race car, and you can put a massive billboard on the top, for a sheer enjoyment factor, this car is at the top of the list for me of cars that were added in this update. Now I do understand this won't be everybody's cup of tea, so let's have a quick look at the other cars that were added. So we have the MX5 12R, which is a fantastic and fun little MX5. However, it is 120,000 credits, and it can't be modified. There's a couple of aero pieces that you can put on, but there's no power and performance updates, and that really limits what you can do with the MX5. There are cheaper and better alternatives already in the game, like all of the other MX5s that are a quarter of the price. Now next up we have the Opel Vision GT. It's an electric car, which is pretty much the only reason why I was disappointed in the car. It drives fairly well, there's insane amounts of grip. The brakes do feel spongy, but it's quite fun to drive, and we do have an overtake button. Now this can be used in races, time trials and everywhere, so it's a fun little addition to get a little bit more speed out of the car. But the main reason why I like the Opel is because it brings the brand back to Gran Turismo. Opel and Vauxhall were in the older games right up until GT6, and it was such a shame that they didn't come in Sport or 7 until now. So it does open up that possibility of bringing some of the classics back, like the Astra and the Calibra touring car, or even just a little petrol pokey Corsa. The Land Cruiser also made an appearance in this update, which sits in very much the same ballpark as the Willys Jeep. Small, fun, wobbly little utility vehicle with some insane modification options, which can make it quite hard to handle. But once you get on top of the power, it's actually quite a fun little car to drive. You just have to be very gentle with your right big toe. The softness of the suspension and sheer brutality of this engine swap make this thing an absolute machine. Now last up we have the Hyundai Elantra N. Now this thing very nearly took my top spot of favourite cars from the update. It's super fun to drive, you can be highly tuned up to like 600 brake horsepower, which actually makes it impossible to drive with it being a front wheel drive car. But if you put it to around 300-400 brake horsepower, it is a perfect touring car. It's a great saloon with many options for aerodynamical upgrades, and the liveries we've already seen on there. There's many touring car liveries already on this car, and it will 100% be featuring in the Droopy Touring Car Championship on Saturday nights in the future. So there we have it, my favourite car from the update, not one I expected, and probably not one many others expected either. But let me know what your favourite was down in the comments, if there were any cars that surprised you, or if you were disappointed in any of the cars, let me know down in the comments. If you are new here, please do consider dropping a subscribe, it really does help the channel grow as I try and reach more and more audiences. So thank you everybody so much for watching, have a fantastic day, and keep plodding on.